So yesterday I did a video where I asked you guys how much mobile bandwidth you used every month. And the example that I used was Virgin Mobile because that was the inspiration for the video. They're offering 100 gigabytes per month for £20 and I'm thinking about getting it because I'm a YouTuber and I upload a lot of videos. Now, Virgin Mobile have always offered pretty good SIM-only deals, but their phone contracts have always been super expensive. But I saw their latest deal for the Samsung Galaxy S9 and it is absurd. They are offering 36-month contracts. I'm not even joking. 36-month contracts. You can see it there. It defaults to 36 months. Look at that. 34, 37, 45. That's 36 months. When you change to a 2-year contract, prices are insane. Now, this happened before. This has happened before. This happened many years ago when the phones first became popular in the early 2000s, late 1990s, early 2000s. All the phone contracts were 12 months. All of them. And then they started offering, a few years later, they started offering 18 months. And it would default to 18 months. And then it defaulted to 24 months. And, the 2-year deal, it kind of became the standard. It became the standard contract in the mobile phone industry. Now, you guys know I'm not a big fan of mobile phone contracts anyway because it ties you to a network that most of the time they're a pain in the ass to get out of. If you want to leave and go somewhere else, if you don't get a good signal, if the phone is crap and all this, I just avoid them or try and buy SIM free or second hand. But I think everyone can agree, even people that have got contracts, that 36 months is insane. And I don't know if Virgin are trying to push this now as if it's the standard. It is insane in my eyes. So why is it insane? Why is this insane? Well, I'll give you 3 reasons. First reason would be price. Over a longer period of time, you're stretching the payment of a phone over a longer period of time, then you're going to be paying more. You'll pay more. The APR will be higher. The interest over what you actually get will be much higher. And at the end, you'll have a phone that isn't very valuable. So that is one concern. But also because 3 years is a long time. You might get this phone just now and say, well, I only use 3 gigabytes, only use 1 gigabyte. But in a couple of years' time, you might be streaming 4K videos, you might be streaming 2K videos, you might be using a lot more bandwidth and you're tied into this stupid deal. So that's not good. So price and plans, price is bad because we pay a lot more. Your needs will change over a few years as well. But that aside, I don't think those are the big problems. The big problem for me, number 2 or 3, depending how you count the previous ones, the big problem is the battery. The big problem is the battery. I don't think there's any mid-range or flagship smartphone today that lets you change the battery. There might be a few from China, but pretty much in Europe and North America, every phone has its battery stuck inside and you can't get it out. You can't get it out. And these phones aren't designed to be easily repaired, which in my opinion is, a lot of crap, but they should be designed that way, but they're not. They're trying to keep everything thin and, to get these phones open, sometimes it's a nightmare. Even if you've got experience modifying phones and doing like screen repairs and all that, it's still a major complaint. So that is a major problem. And why is that a problem? Well, because you can't replace the battery. The battery life is going to degrade over time. The maximum capacity of your battery will degrade over a set period of time. My phone, when I checked it recently, I've had this about 9 months and I think it's 2,500 milliamps. Now this is a 3,000 milliamp battery inside this, but effectively the maximum capacity now is 2,500. So it's about 83% or so. 83 and a third percent, I checked that. So after 9 months, I've got basically 83% of what the quoted battery life was. After 12 months, it's probably going to be about 75%. Now, I saw this problem as well with my Google Nexus 6P. Around the 18-month mark, my Google Nexus 6P became pretty much unusable. It was unusable, and that had a great battery life at the start. It had an amazing battery life, it had a large battery. But at the 18-month mark, well, it would go to like, say, 25%, and it would say, oh, boom, switched off. It would say, oh, low battery alert, boom, switched off. Didn't matter what you were doing, phone call, video, browsing, just sitting there, it would go dead. And it became unusable. And then you're placed in this position where you've got a phone that's been down in value, isn't worth a lot of money because it's second hand, because maybe it's damaged, it's scraped or something. But if you want to replace the battery, you need to spend hundreds, or you need to send it away, you be without your phone for a long time. And this is what they want. It's planned obsolescence so that you will actually upgrade and buy another phone. But I think, even if you're someone who buys phone contracts and you opt for mobile phone contracts because it allows you to split the money over time, fine. 24 months is the absolute maximum you should be going for, but ideally I would say 18 months. 18 months would be better. Because 18 months is probably around the time when your battery life becomes a major issue. I'm talking walking around with battery packs with you all the time because your phone goes dead. And that's a big problem. If you need to phone home, if you need to phone for a taxi, if you could be stranded somewhere, you don't want a battery that's dying all the time. At the end of the day, you need a phone that lasts. But 24 months, okay, maybe at a stretch, but 36 months, your battery will be completely dead by then, completely dead, and it will be unusable probably after the 2-year mark. Now, there's another problem. Problem number 3 or 4, depending how you look at my stupid numbering system. The other problem is upgrades. Upgrades to the firmware, or updates. So, when you pick a phone, it's updated by the phone company. They put their own version of it. And, say Android 8.0 comes out at a certain point on all the Google phones, you could be another 6 months before LG or Samsung, whatever, rolls it out. Now, they tend to, the latest phones, they tend to get the latest updates out pretty quick. But the older phones, not so much. I've seen some phone companies that pretty much stop firmware updates after a year. After 2 years, you'll be very lucky if any company is updating your phone, which means that if there's a security bug, if there's features that you want, you can't get it yourself. You'd have to go and install a custom ROM. So at the 3-year point, it's very, very unlikely, even after 2 years, that anyone is going to be updating your phone with the latest firmware. Now, I'm sure there's some Apple users watching this and saying, well, that doesn't happen in the Apple world. Well, that's true. Apple does tend to support their phones longer than the Android world. The nature of them having one operating system and one phone line. But, you guys know what happened with Apple. What Apple was doing was updating the older phones, and it was making the phones sluggish, and the performance was being hit. And they said it was to conserve battery life. I think it was proven in court that wasn't the case, and they denied it at the time, and that's why they've actually offered a very cheap battery replacement service right now this year, because they get caught with their fingers in the piggy bank, and they get caught basically pushing people to upgrade. So you can say, yes, Apple support their older operating systems, but it was crippling phones and making them unusable, which, if you're not complaining about the battery life, well, you're complaining about the sluggish performance. So yeah, 3 years is a very, very long time in the world of smartphones. Performance is going to degrade over time, just simply because apps need more resources. Bandwidth needs will change over time. You'll be paying through the nose for a phone, and you will be paying the recommended retail price for like a new phone, like the Galaxy S9. They're probably going to be charging you like £800 for the handset or something insane. You can't take advantage of bargains. But for me, the biggest concerns are battery life, in the firmware. So yes, I'm sure some of you guys opt for contracts, but please, whatever you do, do not opt for 36 months. I hope to God this isn't going to be a trend, and this isn't what the phone companies are going to start pushing. But to me, 36 months is absurd. But I think all they're trying to do is kind of disguise the fact that the monthly bill for a new flagship phone is ridiculous. They're trying to mask the fact that these flagship phones have went up from £500, £600 to like £800. But the fact they defaulted 36 months isn't encouraging. So yeah, I'm not a fan of it, guys. I'm not a fan of contracts. 2-year contract sucks in my opinion. If I ever went for a contract, I would aim for the 12 or 18 month contracts and pay a little up front. But 36 months, I think everyone can agree, it simply isn't practical. It's a rip-off. And it might be great getting a new phone just now for the first year, but for the second 2 years, you're going to be complaining about battery life, performance, and the lack of updates. Let me know what you think, guys. Let me know in the comment area below. Thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you all in the next one. Take care.